Hello and welcome. 5 p.m. So, is the Pakistan letter to the ICC that's being reported in the media an act of political posturing? Will India be back in its best with the T20 series starting tonight? Will Surya Kumar Yadav get runs and answer all of the unanswered questions? Will Ishan Kishan complicate team selection matters by scoring heavily in this series in the absence of Tilak Verma? Will Jasprit Bumrah's return and, of course, Hardik Pandya's return make this Indian side what it is? What about Bangladesh players led by Litan Das? Now, imagine a captain being asked in a press conference yesterday about the World T20, and he says, "We don't know if we are going to play. Do you know?" He's actually asking the media. When he was asked that if the Bangladesh board has kept him in the loop, his answer was in the negative. And he then goes on to say that, he cannot speak beyond the point because he uses the word Nirapod, Noi, which means they are not safe. After the boycott of the Bangladesh Premier League, one section of the players were castigated. The fundamentalist section and the radical section went after one section of the players. They were literally taken to task and abused and hammered on social and on multiple other media platforms. The players have since not spoken a word. Now, so when Asif Nazrul, as sports advisor, he's sports advisor, as sports advisor to the government, comes out and says all that he says, that, oh, Bangladesh will not buckle down under ICC pressure and all, does it not merit that he takes into account or takes into confidence the cricketers whose future he's toying with? Is it not relevant on the part of Asif Nazrul that he takes the captain Litan Das into account and has a word with Litan Das? That, oh, you know what, this is the plan, this is what we are planning to do, this is what we are trying to do, this is the political hardline that the government is adopting, this is the hardline that the BCB is adopting. So possibly you're not going to go to India and Bangladesh will not budge from its stand. Fair enough, but is it not important to take the players into account? Pakistan goes on. Pakistan goes on to write a letter to the ICC. And in that ICC letter, they express solidarity with the BCB, is what is being reported in the media. There is zero talk of a pullout. So, what is this letter for? So, what is this letter, frankly, for? Political posturing, trying to give moral support to the BCB and showing the world, oh, we are with you. We had heard from media reports at no point in time, and I've got to be candid here, at no point in time did the PCB ever say this. PCB has never said that it wants to withdraw. This is all media talk. But in the letter, it is absolutely, from what is being reported, is not mentioned that there is any conversation or any mention rather on the part of Pakistan from withdrawal from the World Cup. So it's just a letter. It's just a letter which is political posturing and complete theatrics. Complete theatrics. Pakistan wants to woo Bangladesh, show solidarity, try to probe, we are with you, anti-India. India is, there is political instinct. What are you talking about? Where is the threat? What is your understanding of threat? The ICC has done its risk assessment with independent experts, says nil or almost nil. So where is Pakistan talk? What is Pakistan talking about political instability? Where is that instability or the threat that it talks about? Which risk assessment? Pakistan is also an ICC member board. Where is the risk assessment that ICC has done, which is showing this? Nothing. The ICC has clearly got it done. So all this nonsense that Pakistan is doing is pure political posturing. Is pure political posturing to show the world, oh, we are with Bangladesh, and then they will run away from nowhere because they've not even mentioned that we will not play the World Cup. They will be nowhere. But they'll come and say, oh, you know what, but we wrote in favor of you. Now that's the political posturing that Pakistan so beautifully has done. Now, where does this Bangladesh situation stand, right? Where does this Bangladesh situation stand? Let's finalize. Let's get this part done before we move on to the T20 tonight and the possible team, because the final stretch of the World Cup starts tonight, and it's a massive T20 series. You've got to get it right. You have to get it right. And Surya Kumar Yadav, whatever much he says about the team, etc., he has to score. It is not just about captaincy. Surya has to score. And you've got to be very, very clear when he says, yes, we are playing a team sport and he's not playing table tennis or tennis. Understandable, but he's got to score. He is part of the team, not just as captain, but also as batter. And it's absolutely imperative for India, for himself, that Surya Kumar Yadav does score in his 100 game. He's a top-notch player. But let me come to that in the second half of the show. The first half, Bangladesh. Liton Das, and believe me, this is disappointing. This is unfortunate. This is sad. These cricketers don't deserve to face this. Liton Das in the press conference says, we don't know if we are traveling to India. We don't know where we are going. We don't know if we are going at all. What it would have helped if we had known. It would have helped had we known the groups. He was asked, has the BCB spoken to you? His answer was no. Now, he is the captain of the Bangladesh team. It is under his leadership that the team has to come to India. It is under his leadership that the team has to play the T20 World Cup. Chalo, not come to India. Now, are you not going to take that person into account, into confidence, when you're going and giving your political bluster? Now, will Asif Nazrul lose anything? No. Will Asif Nazrul's career get impacted by anything? No. Will any of the political establishment, the people who are doing this posturing to woo the radical electorate of the country, lose out on anything? No. Will they suffer? No. Will Bangladesh cricket suffer? 100% yes. 100% Bangladesh cricket will suffer. Liton will suffer. His entire team will suffer. Age group cricket will suffer. From what we understand, the ICC hasn't budged at all. So the Pakistan letter to the ICC hasn't budged from its position at all. As and when the ICC board meeting happens, Bangladesh and Pakistan will be completely isolated in that board meeting. ICC, from what we know, from what our sources have informed us so far, ICC absolutely will not budge. That's what we know as a fact. Shomik has sent me a couple of updates. Let me give them to you. Shomik says, Pakistan, it's all about moral support. They have not mentioned a single time that they will not, that there any pull-out threat in that letter. Letter is not going to impact the ICC's position because the ICC risk assessment team has said nil to negligible security threat. ICC board meeting is expected at any time. And Liton has said, you have seen the squad, but until now, no player knows which country we are going to. The whole of Bangladesh is uncertain. Now, how sad, how disappointing, how distraught these players must be feeling. Now, the political establishment, whatever your stand is, why don't you at least show some basic respect to your own players? Why don't you at least take them into confidence, sit them down and say, you know what, this is the stand. We will keep you informed at every level. This is what we are planning to do. You don't even want to take your own players into confidence. You don't even want to show some basic respect to your own players. What is this Asif Nazrul is trying to do? How bad a political posturing is this, that when your own cricketers, and by the way, what will happen? What will happen? First, penalty will be imposed. Second, Bangladesh will possibly have to now play the qualifiers to qualify for the 2027 the 50 over World Cup. Because they will not get direct entry, they will possibly have to go through the qualifiers. Many teams will not go to play bilateral cricket in Bangladesh. From what I know, the volume of penalty could be significant. It could be significant. It could be as much as the revenue that they receive from ICC. If that happens, $26 million, what will happen to the BCB's finances? Where is the money going to come from? What happens to the players? What happens to the payments? How will the edifice of Bangladesh cricket run? What happens to the economics? How will Bangladesh cricket even survive this onslaught? Will Asif Nazrul then come and take responsibility? Will the political establishment come and take responsibility? Nobody is thinking as well. All they are thinking of is the elections, which is on, some middle February, 12th of February or something like that. They are only bothered about the election that is round the corner. For them, the interests of Bangladesh cricket doesn't matter. For them, their cricketers are sacrificial lambs. For them, the cricketers are not relevant because the cricketers have been given death threats and backlash and whatever you want to call it after their boycott. All they are concerned with is political posturing, trying to show the world, oh, you know what, we are strong. And anti-India. Simple question. Their problem is with the BCCI. Do what you want with the BCCI. Don't play the IPL. Boycott the IPL, stop its telecast. But why are you sacrificing your own cricketers in an ICC competition? The ICC has not done anything to you. Has the ICC violated the participating nations agreement? No. Has the ICC violated anything? No. By the way, the ICC board meeting is underway, reports Shomik Chakraborty. So expect a decision to come very, very soon. ICC decision to come very soon, or should? ICC board meeting is underway, reports Shomik Chakraborty. What will the ICC decide on the Bangladesh situation? We should get to know by tonight. It's a very simple thing now. If the problem is with the BCCI, and which is the case for Bangladesh, ban the IPL, stop whatever you want with the IPL. Why are you taking it out on the ICC? Has the ICC violated anything? No. Has the ICC done anything to you? No. Has the ICC stopped any player? No. Has the ICC said we will violate the participating nations agreement? No. So why you are equating in your perception, in your head, you have equated the ICC with the BCCI because Jai Shah is at the head of it. Like you have said, if the ICC bows down to Indian pressure, what Indian pressure? The ICC is going by the rule book like it would have done in the case of any other country. Security threat perception is nil to modest to negligible. It will go ahead with the situation. Why should it be? Why should it penalize a host country? Bangladesh has a problem with the Indian board. Go fight your battle with the Indian board. Why are you trying to take it out on the ICC? By doing that, you've cut on the branch of the tree that you're sitting on. Now, who pays the penalty? How will you take care of your cricketers? What will happen to age group cricket? What will happen to this World Cup? What will happen to the T27 World Cup? What happens to the whole foundation of the game in Bangladesh? Where is the money going to come from? How do you explain to a Liton Dash and his team that you're not going to play the World Cup because we, the political establishment of this country, will do posturing? We will do anti-India. We will try to woo the electorate. Because of the election, we will not let you play. And the players are scared. If you ask anyone in Bangladesh, he or she will tell you the players are scared, the journalists are scared. 3 journalists I spoke to said, we would want to come on your show, Boryada, but we have been branded anti-India, Indian stooges. In Bangla, they told me, we have been branded Amra Bharater Dalal, which means we are, we are pimps of India. That is what literal translation is about. We have been branded Amra Bharater Dalal. That is why we can't come on your show. Imagine this. They're the media. They're reporting facts. And they are being branded. So if you talk anything, if you express your opinion, Tamim Iqbal says, can we rationally think things through? Tamim Iqbal was given a real shellacking of his life on social abuse. Indian stooge, this, that. What all was he said? Now Tamim Iqbal or everybody else is silent. Liton Dash, when he's asked a question at the press conference, is scared of answering. He has gone on to say, don't ask because we will not be in a position to answer. All of us know why. Liton Dash, the captain of Bangladesh, does not even have the courage or the faith in himself and his people to come and answer anything the media asking him yesterday, because he knows that if he does answer, the political establishment will come hard at him. Imagine the situation. Who is the loser in all of this? Only one loser, folks. Only one loser, and that is Bangladesh. They don't come. ICC will get someone. Will BCCI lose anything? Zilch. Bangladesh will lose money. It will lose the sport. It will lose the faith of the players. It would have let down its own people. Yes, the political establishment will say, what a victory. We have not stooped down to India. They will bask in the false glory of this perception that they will nurture, and they will create that, oh, you know what, we have not bowed down to ICC pressure or BCCI pressure, and in the process we have put our cricketers on the chopping block and have treated them like sacrificial lambs. That's exactly what Bangladesh will be doing. This is disappointing. This is sad. This is very, very frustrating. If you are a Bangladesh cricketer, you would be cursing yourself at this point in time. That what have we done to deserve this? We have a problem, or our country has a problem with the BCCI. Let's fight it out with the BCCI. Why take out our ire and then raise the pitch to such a level that we now can't come back? And that's what Asif Nazrul has done. He has raised it to such a level now there is no option for Bangladesh to come back and bite the bullet and eat humble pie. Sad. Absolutely sad. The ICC board meeting, once again, let me tell you this. Shomik Chakraborty tells me, that's his report. Shomik Chakraborty says, likely at 5:30. Likely at 5:30, the board meeting. It's either underway starting now. Shubhan and Shomik are both reporting on the ICC board meeting. 5:30 or starting now is exactly what I'm getting to know. So precisely now, the board meeting is starting or has just started. That's the update that we are getting. So the Bangladesh situation clarity we will get today is what my reporters are telling me. And the clarity, I will be extremely surprised if there is anything in favor of Bangladesh in terms of a venue shift. I will be very, very surprised. Rather, the Pakistan letter, look at the timing of the letter. It is complete posturing, telling the world, oh, you know what, we did our part. We played big brother to Bangladesh. Have you done? What is the tangible thing in this letter? Nothing. We support Bangladesh's stand. So, how do you support? Why do you support? What's the rationality? Oh, because India is politically on. Who said so? You. What is your basis in saying this? Because you are Mohsin Naqvi led. You are saying this. Basis what? Have you done a security risk assessment? The ICC has. They have reports to prove it, that it's negligible to nil. What is the basis of your security risk assessment? How do you know? You are sitting in Pakistan and doing political posturing and you know the security risk assessment, we support Bangladesh. For what? On what basis, my friend? So it is disappointing to see the way, the political maneuvering is going on, and the only loser, the end game for Bangladesh is they will lose and lose badly. Financially, politically, penalty will be imposed. Sporting wise, Bangladesh cricket will suffer a death knell, a death blow. Because if they do not play the World Cup, penalties will be imposed. Qualification for 27 will go for a toss. They might even be banned for a period. I was even hearing they might even be penalized and banned for a period. Now, if that happens, imagine where Bangladesh cricket goes from here. Loads of questions. Let me take some. And then I will come back in the second part to the T20 match that is starting tonight. What is it? Shudhanshu Shekhar. Hello, sir. Good evening. Is there a possibility of Riddhiman Saha and you working together someday? 100% there is a possibility, provided Riddhiman Saha issues an unconditional apology for all his lies. Komal Singh. Why is ICC tolerating this nonsensical theatrics from weak boards like PCB? ICC must take strict actions. Komal, the ICC is treating its member boards with respect. As a governance body, that is what it should do. It has treated the member boards with respect. It has given every possible opportunity. It has entered into dialogue. They've done everything the right way. Today, the ICC board is meeting. As we speak, the meeting is on, and they will take a call on the situation. But to be honest, the ICC has done everything by the book, and rightly so. You cannot just ignore a member board, Komal. You have to treat them with the dignity and the respect they deserve. They've done that. But now if you try to be obstinate, you try to be a rogue, you try to be dissenting, then obviously you will have to pay the price. Arindam, BCB stays to their point, fine, no problem there with their government, and they thinking the livelihood of the players. 100% Arindam, and that is exactly what I've been trying to explain for the last few minutes, that the players are on the chopping block. They are the sacrificial lambs. Nobody gives, any credence to the to the welfare of the players, because if you do, then what are you doing? All you are thinking of is your election. Dipesh Vyas, why can't the BCCI take a stand? Bangladesh does not want to let it go. Why to stretch? BCCI should have also should have also not allowed Pak to play their matches in Sri Lanka. Your take, Boriada. No, Dipesh, this is not the BCCI's call. This has been ratified by the ICC. The governance body has ratified this. The BCCI as a member country has to agree to it, and they have. In this matter, the BCCI has nothing to say. The matter is between the ICC and the BCB. Suppose the BCCI has gone ahead and is still selling tickets. Had the BCCI been officially told to stop sale of tickets, they would have done so. All that the BCCI needs to do here is to be guided by the governing body. And the governing body in this case is the ICC. So let the ICC take the call. What stand should the BCCI take? The BCCI is going ahead and organizing the tournament exactly in the manner that it should have. It is the ICC's tournament. The BCCI is playing host. They will do everything possible to host it well. It is the ICC's job to inform the BCCI of any outcome in the Bangladesh situation, and the BCCI will act on it. I don't think the BCCI needs to do anything and has conducted itself in the exact right manner. If they shoot their mouth off, the situation will only get further complicated. BCB and are making a mockery of the ICC. The ICC board meeting is on, Komal. We've got to see what happens. Dipesh, you've spammed multiple times. You've asked the same question. Don't do that. I've taken your question. Oh boy, you've asked that same question. You've kept pressing. Don't do that. Amartya Chakraborty, it makes absolutely no sense that Pakistan would jeopardize their training. Nonsense. Pakistan jeopardizing their training for T20 World Cup campaign for Bangladesh. I mean, have you heard anything more ridiculous and more stupid? This is absolutely nonsensical, to be honest. Why would Pakistan even remotely halt their training? God alone knows. Do you think Bangladesh players will revolt to play in the T20 World Cup? I don't think, Orindam, they have the courage to do so. They have to live in that country, and the country is volatile at the moment. The political establishment will not, they will not take this revolt well. The fundamentalist sections have already, I mean, if you read what the players are saying, if you read what people have said, if you see what Litton has said, he's scared, and he's rightfully scared, because it's not easy at this point in time. So no, I mean, how do the players revolt? What agency do they have? It will ultimately be the political masters who will take the matter up in their own hands, and the players stand to be penalized. Omorto, Dipesh, I've answered your questions. Komal, I've answered your question. Ban both PCB and BCB. What for? PCB has just written a letter. On the basis of that, you can't ban anyone. What happens to India's tour to Bangladesh in September? VAS 1594. It's not happening at this point. Do you think after this political context, I mean, the last year it did not happen. The women's tour was also cancelled. At this point in time, if you ask me, is the men's tour on? The answer is a flat no. Absolutely not on. And who stands to lose? That BCCI even lose a single penny? No. Bangladesh stands to lose a real windfall. Real windfall. Dipesh, how many times have you asked this question? Yeah, don't do this. Just doesn't understand what BCB is doing. BCB cannot do anything. Who's this? Orindam. BCB can't do anything. The political masters are the ones who are taking the calls. What can the BCB do? If the BCB does anything, they will be pulled up and action will be taken against them, and they will be in a deep problematic situation in their own country. Introspect, has PCB sensed some kind of weakness in BCCI making a case of rebellion? What weakness? BCCI is playing the perfect diplomatic game of keeping it quiet and putting it on the ICC. Let the ICC take the call. If there is any weakness, it's on the part of the ICC, not BCCI, and the ICC has shown no weakness whatsoever. The BCCI has just played its cards very, very well. It's the ICC's matter. Let the ICC communicate to the BCCI formally what the situation is. The ICC has given Bangladesh an ultimatum. The board meeting is on. The PCB tried to do some political posturing and put pressure. Don't think that's working. Will Bangladesh full membership get affected? Maybe not. But what will get affected is they might be imposed a ban, they might be imposed a penalty, they might be asked to play the qualifiers for 2027, and that might impact Bangladesh cricket in the long term. It will impact Bangladesh cricket in the long term, big time. Okay. How can Bangladesh cricket lose $28 million? That's exactly my point. That how do you take the risk of losing $28 million is not something that I understand. Today is the deadline. I hope Bangladesh gets ousted VAS. I don't want Bangladesh to get ousted. I do want a solution to be found. I do want them to understand, but I know that they will not do that. I also know that the political posturing will continue, and VAS, you are right. There will be sanctions imposed. That's where the matter is headed at this point in time. Shantanu Dia, Pakistan and Bangladesh are jealous of the money Indian board is generating. Bangladesh board is not like that. Only this tyrant government has issues. I think, Shantanu, you are right. Obviously, the kind of money that BCCI has and the IPL generates, it is a thing for eyesore for almost every board, Bangladesh and Pakistan more so. And yes, the BCB is very much divided, and it is the political establishment of the land that is taking the call. So in that sense, Shantanu, you're right. The BCB has very little agency. The players have zero agency. Because otherwise, Liton Dash would not have said what he has said. The players have zero agency in the matter. Is ICC in touch with Scotland? 100% they are. Scotland hasn't officially come out and said, because they're respecting the Bangladesh situation. But I am sure the back channel talks are on. 100% the back channel talks will be on. ICC should ban Bangladesh. We've got to see what happens. Bangladesh is killing cricket. It can't. Bangladesh is killing their own cricket. That's true. But it can't kill world cricket, because world cricket will move on. Multiple other countries will move on. Bangladesh will not have much to say at all. Chor Cricket Board made clownery out of ICC, harsh steps. We have to see what happens in the ICC board meeting. Politics kill everything where they entered. Politics, Simon Mitra, has been everywhere. When national anthem, I keep saying this, is played on the sporting field, it is a political gesture. Politics will forever be there and will be there. From 2009, Shayanton, Pakistan players are not playing IPL. Did they choose to boycott international matches after that? This is exactly the point. You have a problem. You have a problem. You have a problem with the ICC. With the BCCI. Shayantan, you are 100% right. Go and boycott the IPL. Go and do what you want with India bilateral series. Why on earth are you stopping your players from playing an ICC tournament? Spot on, Shayantan Sengupta. Prottoy Roy, will India government give visa to Pakistan origin players? Yes, they will. 100% they will, over by 31st of January. From what I know, having spoken to multiple people in the know, every player who is playing the ICC World Cup will happen. Every player who is going to play the ICC World Cup will get their visas sorted. Every player. Prottoy answered that. ICC needs to suspend BCB for 5 years. Let's not get into that. Let the ICC decide that. Risk assessment, Pakistan versus Australia match, say high, but Australia still decided to go. Here the risk assessment is nil or nothing. Shoboshachi Basu, what will happen to the Bangladesh players? Precisely what I'm asking, Shoboshachi. What will happen to the players? What will happen to the cricket? What will happen to the age groups? What will happen to the women? What will happen to the Bangladesh women's team? What will happen to the men's team when the BCCI doesn't go? If they impose that kind of a penalty, what happens to the foundation of the game in the country? Are they political masters even thinking along those lines? What happens to the ticket sale if Bangladesh doesn't turn up? Will Scotland be replaced? Yes, that is exactly what is happening. But the point is, think. Whoever has bought the ticket is not buying for a Scotland game, is buying for a Bangladesh game. What happens to them? Will the fans be refunded? Will the fans be taken for granted? Will the fans be kicked around? What is the story there? And that's an important factor, Orindam. What happens to the ticket sales that have already been done? I want to say, oh, you know what, you just got to go and watch Scotland. Suppose Bangladesh fans from the diaspora have bought their tickets. What happens to them? Are the political establishment even concerned about the Bangladesh diaspora who may have spent money to plan travel, plan and buy tickets and plan their World Cup this thing many months in advance? So nobody bothers. BBL full form, Babar, come on, Anshuman. I told you yesterday, don't go down that route. अरिजीत, ये सब होने के बाद आपको लगता है बीसीसीआई फंड में कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा? ज्यादा लास्ट पैसा बोलता है सर. कौन सा फंड के बारे में बात कर रहे हो मेरे भाई अरिजीत? थोड़ा सा समझाइए. Can they go to cash against ICC? Let them go. No, they can't. Because the ICC is well within its rights based on the security assessment they have done. It's an independent security assessment which they are showing. They've come last moment. Was there a mention of this security thing before the Mustafizur Rahman event? This is a political tit for tat. The ICC has a very strong case. Can they go against CAS? Vishal, I've answered your question. Good riddance. No, you know what? I still think had it been resolved, if somebody saw sense, who's this Gautam Sani? I still think it would have been a better result for cricket. Sir, আমি আপনার রোজ ভিডিও দেখি. পুষ্পেন্দু চক্রবর্তী, thank you very much, পুষ্পেন্দু. ভালো থাকবেন. Any chance Bangladesh get their group swapped with Zimbabwe? No chance. Absolutely no chance. Because any team that has already been given a group, think about it. That team, even if 10 fans come, 2 fans come, they have planned their itinerary like that. Fans have planned travel. Things have already been planned. How do you take that team for granted and their fans for granted? Ireland, the same thing. Suppose Irish fans have planned their travel, and some have definitely have. What about them? They've been planning this for the longest time. They know the itinerary. They have planned it, and all of a sudden you say, oh, you know what, you're not relevant. So you go to play in Sri Lanka and we are moving. You go to play in India and we are moving Bangladesh to Sri Lanka. How unfortunate will that be? And how unfair will that be to that particular team? পুষ্পেন্দু, বাংলাদেশ যদি না আসে ইন্ডিয়াকে, তাহলে ফিক্সচার রিশিডিউল হবে না? আর হলে ইরানে আমরা ইন্ডিয়ার ম্যাচ পাবো? মনে হয় না শিডিউল চেঞ্জ হবে পুষ্পেন্দু. Bangladesh cricket dig itself into a hole. Pakistan cricket will support BCB forever. Correct? I mean, let them support. Support in what way? Moral support. How does this and what does this moral support even tangibly mean? Tell me. Does this moral support even have any relevance? Now I am saying, oh, you know what? I am with you. I am with you. And are you pulling out? No. Do you have you written that about the pullout, that if Bangladesh is not listened to, we will pull out? Have you said that in your letter? No. Will the ICC listen to you? No. You will go and say, oh, you know what? We tried to support you. Unfortunately, we are outnumbered, but we are with you. How does that help Bangladesh cricket in any way? Cricket addict, according to you, what are the possible ways to come out at the end of ICC? There's no end, except there's no middle path here. Bangladesh has upped the ante to such a level that I don't see Bangladesh cricket board coming down from that, because then it's a fight between the internal, the political establishment and the BCB. And according to me, the BCB doesn't have the courage to take on the political establishment at this point in time, with the elections round the corner. Will the players have the right? uh, will the players have the right? The answer is no. So if that is the case, so what is the answer? Suppose Bangladesh doesn't come, will the ICC reschedule? No. So if the ICC doesn't reschedule, then Bangladesh loses out, forfeiture or replacement with Scotland, points, money, penalty, ban. That's the straight cut formula, and that's what will sound a death knell for Bangladesh cricket alley. Deep Prakash Singh, unfortunate what's happening in Bangladesh. I totally agree. Pushpendo, I've answered. Who's this? Damien Jihon. Bangladesh did the right thing, never allowing India to bully. Acha, we will never again trust India. We will never allow a pro-India leader to come to power. Very good. You sacrifice your own cricket and your own cricketers and live in this illusion of yours that you are not allowing India. What? How does India even care about you? Yeah, I mean, that does India even sort of matter to India? What you guys do? It, think about your own players. Are you even thinking what happens to a Liton Dash? What happens to your own cricket team? What happens to your own women's cricket team? Live under your bubble. Live in this beautifully crafted political bubble that you have created, the radical fundamentalist jingoist bubble. Oh, we are doing it against India. India doesn't care two hoots. That's exactly what it is, Damien Dehon. Still, 5 teams have not announced their squad. Sri Lanka, when will they announce their squad? Very soon. Very soon. I mean, don't worry about it. No one's interested in World Cup, no hype, no buzz, nothing. Most of the people interested in IPL ask India, more competitive, useless World Cup, stop hype. No, there is pretty much a lot of talk around the World Cup. Tonight's game, India versus New Zealand, there is pretty much a lot of interest. Nagpur is sold out. So to say that there is no interest in the World Cup is quite unfair. Again, huge number of questions. Damien Dehon have answered. Country first before money and cricket. Possibly the cricket team is also from that country. The players are also from that country. The sport is also from that country. The $29 million also goes to that country. The penalty also goes to that country. What country first? Which country first? What illusion are you talking about? What about your cricketers who are part of that country? At whose behest are you sacrificing them? Who are these political masters who are playing gallery to the election? What are you even talking about? What are you even does anybody even care? Your this stupid political stance of yours. I mean, come on, come out of a bubble. You have a problem with India, fight against India. You have a problem with the IPL, ban the IPL. What are you banning an international cricket tournament for? Pakistan players don't play the IPL. Pakistan plays international cricket. Simple as that. Till 2023, they used to come to India and play as well. Why are you stopping your cricketers from playing the tournament? Country first. This is the radicalization of the brain, Damien Dehon, that has happened. No one's interested in the World Cup. Should India pull out from ACC? Why should India pull out from anything? Country first. আজকে থেকে T20 শুরু, absolutely. আজকে থেকে T20. Pakistan and Bangladesh don't travel. Will ICC arrange T20 World Cup? Obviously, ICC will arrange. Obviously, ICC. The World Cup is very much on and will be on. If India, Gokul Verma, we will never trust India. Don't trust. Trust ICC. ICC has not done anything to you. So come and play the ICC tournament. Come and play the ICC tournament, for it will help you. Okay, let's the final 5 minutes of the show. Let's focus on the game tonight. India versus New Zealand. It is the final step, final preparation. 1 second. What is it? 48-hour dead. 1 second. This is what we've got. The Bangladesh breaking. What's the update? Okay, this is what we've got. ICC BCB. So just now we are getting this. We are getting this. BCB President Aminul Islam attending meeting virtually. Bangladesh to be forced out if they don't fall in line. The board has voted in favor of that. Uh, a 48-hour deadline has been given to the BCB. So the final 48-hour deadline has been given to the BCB is what we are getting. That's the breaking update from Shomik Chakraborty. 48-hour final deadline has been given to the BCB in the ICC meeting. That is exactly what we are getting. Aminul Islam had joined the meeting virtually. The board has voted in favor of us getting Bangladesh. We are 48-hour deadline. Bangladesh will be forced out if they fall in line. BCB overwhelmingly lost in the voting is what we are getting from our reporters from the ICC board. So that's what we are getting. Bangladesh lost out overwhelmingly in the ICC. In the ICC board meeting, they have been given a 48-hour deadline. A 48-hour deadline. Final time Bangladesh has been given this. Either they fall in line or they will be replaced. Will Bangladesh fall in line? Will they continue their hard line? Will Pakistan show solidarity and pull out if they want to? They have not uttered a word on pull out in the ICC board. So that's the update, the breaking update that our reporters are saying. So again, 48 hours. They should have, Arindam says they should have forced them out today, but the ICC, the voting was done, Arindam. So the decision is conveyed. The decision has been conveyed. The voting was done. Overwhelmingly, Bangladesh lost that vote. Majority voted against Bangladesh. So finally, they see the writing on the wall, fall in line or you're out. There's no further room for wiggle. There is no further room for negotiation within the ICC's boardrooms. Either you toe the line or you're out. It's as simple as that. And Bangladesh will have to now smell the coffee. If Asif Nazrul continues to play, beat his trumpet and beat the political bandwagon and tries to woo the electorate, he's sounding the death knell of Bangladesh cricket, and he will be the one, along with the political establishment, that will be held responsible sometime later for having caused the eternal harm to Bangladesh cricket, including Liton Das and his team. Not just men's cricket, going forward, women's cricket, going forward, the men's team for the World Cup as well. This is a serious blow for Bangladesh until and unless they decide that they will fall in line. So that's the update that we are getting from the ICC board meeting, that Bangladesh, either they agree to fall in line or it is gone. It is gone. The board, Bangladesh will be replaced. The board has overwhelmingly voted against Bangladesh in that board meeting. Coming to the match for tonight, very interesting to see Ishan Kishan at number 3. How will Ishan fare? Because that's the Tilak Verma position. My 5 points for tonight's game. 1, how does Hardik Pandya and Jasprit Bumrah get back? Because these are the two bowlers who will bowl your 8 overs. Hardik start, and at the end, Bumrah will bowl maybe 2 or even 3, and then couple at the end. So Jasprit Bumrah, match winner Hardik Pandya, 2 key players making it back. Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson. This is when again Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson will open for India. This is your T20 World Cup team. This is your final side that goes in. We have to see how this opening pair, which has done a fantastic job for India in the past, how they fare. So that's something we have to wait and see. Ishan Kishan for Tilak Verma is going to be an important call. We have to wait and see how he fares, because that's the position that Tilak Verma will possibly come and take back. If Ishan scores big runs, how does that complicate matters? Condition of Tilak, I'm expecting from what I've heard, will be back in time. Washi, I don't know. Tilak, I'm pretty much confident, will be back in time for the World Cup. Having said that, Ishan will be readied as a backup. Surya Kumar Yadav, point number 4. However much Surya says that this is a collective thing and team is first and team win is the only thing that matters to him, etc., he's not in the team just as captain. He's also in the team as batter. He has to score runs. No one can continue to be in the team just as captain. Surya Kumar Yadav holds an important position for India, is a key batter for India, one of the finest batters in the T20 format, will have to score runs. And all this bravado is an attempt to deflect the pressure that Surya Kumar Yadav must be feeling. Having known him, I do think he has the ability, the potential, the talent to score runs. Fingers crossed, a little bit of luck Fingers crossed, a little bit more time in the crease. Spending time out there will help Surya Kumar Yadav get back into form. Finally, the bowlers. How do you combat a Daryl Mitchell? A Daryl Mitchell looked unstoppable in the ODI series. Can a Varun Chakravarti or a Kuldeep Yadav get back and combat a Daryl Mitchell? Because Daryl Mitchell, 84, 100 plus, 100 plus, looked absolutely fantastic in that ODI series. How does India control a Daryl Mitchell will be absolutely critical in deciding the fate of this series. Unlike the ODI series, which according to me was inconsequential, this is a massively important series as far as I'm concerned. The final preparation or the final home stretch leading into the World Cup. So huge series. Gargi Raut will soon be with you for the with the pre-match show. So watch out for that. That's all I have at 5 at 5. Gargi Rao with her pre-match show with Shomik Chakraborty in Nagpur and multiple others, including Bharat, will start the pre-match show, building up to the game, and then she will once again do the post-match show at the end of the game. That's all I have at 5 at 5. Keep joining. We will keep you updated on the Bangladesh situation, the evolving Bangladesh situation. Finally, 48 hours given to the Bangladesh board after they have lost the vote within the ICC's boardroom. That's all we have. Thank you very much. Dev Meena, Ambarjit Singha, go and read the Abhishek Mishra piece that we have done yesterday itself. Go and look at the reel that Shojani Chatterjee has done for the Rev Sports platform on the Dev Meena, the pole vault railways thing. We have done the story. We were the first ones to do the story. Abhishek instantly told me, and we have done the story. Ambarjit, you must go and read the story on the website. Indonesia Masters, Lakshya winning, Sindhu winning, decent start. Prannoy did not win, but decent enough start for India there. So multi-sport coverage continues on the platform. Thank you very much for watching.